there is no free will, according to the message. But you see, the masters have said that we do have the ability to make a choice. However, when they say that, that's from a relative context. But we can assume this much, that we do have the ability to make a choice in a given situation. So let's say, for example, that you decide to drive to a particular destination, and there are two route options, route A and route B. Now, you want to choose the optimum route where you get less traffic and reach your destination on time. So you do your research and you choose one particular route. Let's say you choose route B. But what happens is that due to some circumstances, the route B is full of traffic and you are stuck in traffic jam and you are late to your destination. So, when you know that we do not have free will, we still make a choice, but we remain detached from the outcome. So, reaching late to your destination does not disrupt your peace, because you know it was meant to be. There was no other way. What happens within us is that this dialogue keeps coming up. It keeps popping up, Only if I would have taken the route A, I would have reached there faster. Now that disappointment, that irritation, this all begins to drop away when we realize that there was no other possibility. In your map of life, the route B was predetermined. So this concept actually frees us from a lot of burden of the past, where we think we could have done things differently in our life. We could have handled situations differently. But you see, since everything was predetermined, there was no other possibility other than this, other than what happened or what is happening right now. So you don't create any negativity towards yourself. You don't create any blame, shame, or guilt towards yourself for taking the decision. Because even that decision was not taken by you. The decision was already made, and the outcome of your reaching late to your destination was already predetermined. You are the instrument that just was a part of all this happening. So you see, this concept of having no free will frees us from the burdens of the past, frees us from that internal dialogue that keeps on reminding us that we are unworthy, that we could have done things differently, because it is the nature of me to stick to its story of the past. That is how this me weaves this entire narrative around itself. Either it remains in a future fantasy, or it remains in the dead past. In the dead past, it experiences sorrow and guilt. In future fantasy, it experiences anxiety, stress. But when you know that no action is your action, but you are simply the instrument, you are not the doer. You are simply the instrument through which the action is happening. You free yourself from all the past negativity, from all the load of guilt and shame and malice that you carry within your heart, which stops you from living your life in the moment. Even the Bhagavad Gita says that ego deluded thinks of itself as the doer. So true freedom comes when the doership dissolves. And the doership dissolves when it is completely and unconditionally accepted that everything is God's will. God here not being an all-powerful separate entity in manifestation that keeps a tab on its creation or judges the choices of its creation. God here simply means this, whatever is arising, this consciousness that is animating this entire reality. There is no God separate from the world. The God is the world and the world is in the God. Once this is recognized, you know that you are not the doer of your actions and you free yourself from all the burdens of the past. And the mind automatically becomes rooted in the present moment. This moment which is free from space, time and causation. While I call it moment, it is simply now, which is free from any influence of any movement. And it is very easy to experience this. It is much more simpler than as told by many other people. Just be, and you will know who you truly are.